Aloha familia, thank you so much for being here with me today. My name is Ginger and today we are going to be playing with a really fun mandala styled vinyasa flow. So we are going to keep it playful. I invite you to call in any intention that you would like to bring into this class. Make it yours. Release what no longer serves you. This is all about you and whatever it is that you would like to call in today. We are going to meet in a seat more towards the back of the mat. You can sit on your shins as well. However, body feels comfortable today. And we're going to take a couple cycles of cat-cow. Inhaling to roll the shoulders on the back body, open the chest. Exhale to round the back body. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round, opening the back of the heart to the sky. Inhaling to open the chest. Exhaling to round. You can move at your own pace with your own breath. Maybe hands come behind the back and your inhale really opening. I like to pretend that I am inviting and breathing in this beautiful light of love and feeling it expand me to my core. And then releasing it. Moving with your own breath. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to round. When you're ready, let's tuck the tailbone, arms reach up overhead, exhale, hands behind the head. Let's pulse out the shoulders, making sure that our tailbone is still nice and tucked, so this is not a heart opener. Inhale here, exhale to bow down to the right, lowering the right elbow down to the earth. Inhale through center, exhale to lower it down to the left, making sure that the tailbone is tucked. This is more of a shoulder isolation. Now lift up, open the chest, exhale to release the hands down to the mat, bow it down. We are going to press into the hands and roll forward into a wide table and come all the way through a wide up dog, cobra. You can lift your toes or they can stay on the earth, making sure they're nice and wide. Exhale to ripple back, rounding the back body. Inhale to come back forward, pull the heart through. We're going to take this flow a couple more times. Exhale to ripple back down, lowering the hips, lowering the head to the mat. Inhale to roll the shoulders on the back body, open the chest. Exhale to lower. Move at your own pace, with your own breath. Make it yours. Experiencing how this feels in your body today. Let's take one more. Exhaling to lower. When you're ready, let's press into the fingertips, really rounding the back body, opening the back of the heart to the sky, really exaggerating cat pose. Inhale to lift the chest, exhale to round the back body. Inhale to lift, exhale to round, really opening the back of the heart. When you're ready, let's come into tabletop, walk the hands forward any amount and bow the heart down to the earth. The idea would be that the heart reaches the earth before the chin. It's okay if it doesn't. Opening the shoulders, taking a moment to connect the heart to the earth in this puppy pose from wherever it may be. And when you're ready, let's ripple from the tailbone up the spine, untuck the toes, finding Sphinx pose. Really compressing the elbows towards each other to lift the chest. Exhale to release. Inhale, maybe we lift into a cobra without the hands, using the strength of the back. On your next exhale, let's release it down. Press into the knees, finding tabletop, coming into cat pose, maybe on the fingertips, really opening the back of the heart to the sky. And from here, let's lower the elbows, lift the tailbone, finding dolphin. Taking a second here to open up the shoulders, invite the heart towards the back of the room. And on your exhale, let's scoop ourselves forward into Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to downward facing. Adho Mukha Svasana, our first one of the day. Taking a moment to really arrive here in your body. Maybe we pedal out the feet. You can sway your hips from side to side. You can shake out the head, yes and no. You can stay in stillness. Find what feels good in your body and invite it in. Play with it. Make it yours. This is your practice. If you're ready, let's come into stillness and bring the toes as wide as the mat and step them in a little bit. Option to come onto the fingertips to strengthen out the wrists and find a bounce with the upper body, opening the shoulders. And when you're ready, let's lower the palms back down to the earth. Take a deep bend in the knees and step or hop your way forward into Malasana, Yogi squat. Hands can come to heart center, and you can use your elbows to press into the knees and find a deeper opening in the hips, lifting the chest. On your next exhale, let's lower the right hand down, reaching up through the left fingertips, opening here. Inhale through center, exhale to swap it out, lower the left fingertips, reaching up through the right. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, hands come to opposite ankles, rounding the back body, opening the back of the heart. And now whatever hand you had on top, let's just swap it out, opening the back of the heart to the sky. Inhale through Malasana. Exhale to release the hands, finding forward fold, Uttanasana. Let's clasp opposite elbows and find a nice gentle bounce, releasing the head, letting go. Maybe we find a gentle sway from side to side. Playing with opening the sides of the hips here. Inhale to halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale to release the right hand down, opening up through the left fingertips. Deep bend in the right knee. Maybe you find a bind, opening up the chest, the collarbones. Inhale back through center. Exhale to swap it out, reaching up through the right fingertips. Deep bend in the left knee. Maybe you find a bind. All are options. Inhale back through Uttanasana and slowly ride the breath all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale to cactus out the arms, open the shoulders. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale to ride the breath all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to step, hop, float your way to the back of the mat. Inhaling through up dog. Exhaling to downward facing. Taking a couple cycles of breath here. From here we're going to ripple forward into high plank. Pressing firmly through the finger pads and knuckle pads. And slowly lower it down. Through Chaturanga, maybe we hold and then we release it all the way down onto our tummies. Inhale to a baby cobra, maybe without the hands again. Exhale to release. We are going to take a couple spinal waves. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to release. Head is last to lift and last to lower. Let's bring the hands wider than the mat and lift up. Exhale, lower the right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, let's lower the left shoulder. Inhale back through center, lowering the right shoulder. Inhale through center, exhale, lower the left. Inhale to center, exhale to release through center. Let's bring the right arm out to a T, left fingertips underneath left shoulder. Bring the left toes into the glute. Press into the left hand to roll the lower body over. Left toes behind the right thigh, opening up the hip here and the shoulder. If this is too much, left toes can come to the inside of the right thigh. Left hand can come behind the back. This is more of a chest opener, and this is more of a twist and shoulder opener. And they're both hip openers, but find whatever feels good in your body today. And we're going to swap it out, bringing in the left toe towards the glute for a moment. And let's swap it out. Left hand to a T. Press into the right fingertips to deliver the right toes behind the left glute. Maybe pulsing the knee to open the hip. Taking whatever variation feels right in the body today. Inhale back to center. Let's bring the right toes into the glute for a moment, finding a quad stretch. And now let's bring in the left. Maybe we can hold on to the tops of the feet and find a little kick, opening the heart here, opening the chest. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic, just the littlest bit to open the heart. Exhale to release it down. Let's windshield wipe our legs real quick. When you're ready, let's press into the knees, finding cat pose for a moment, and releasing the forearms down to the earth. Maybe we walk the toes in a little bit, finding dolphin, opening the shoulders. Exhale to scoop yourself forward into Chaturanga. Inhaling through up dog, exhaling through downward facing Adho Mukha Svabhasana. Let's bring the feet as wide as the mat and walk them in a little bit, finding our wide dog. Left hand is going to reach for the outside of the right foot or the ankle, finding a little twist here, gazing underneath the right armpit. Let's swap that out. Right hand to the left ankle or the outside of the foot. Inhale back to center. Let's take a deep bend in the knees and step or hop your feet forward into our Malasana Yogi squat. Hands to heart center. You can use your elbows to press open the knees, opening the hips. Let's open up through the left fingertips, releasing the right hand down. Maybe we can find a bind behind the right knee. Opening the heart here, opening the chest. If you want to play with your balance a little bit, maybe we shift our weight onto our left foot, and keeping the bind, we can bring our right knee up with us, kind of like a bird of paradise. Maybe this is where you stay. If you want a little bit more, you can try to bow yourself down, kind of taking like a forward fold with the bind though. And if you came down, we're going to play with coming back up and releasing the pose as gracefully as possible, not always necessary though. We're just playing. Open up through the left fingertips, come down to center, exhale to round the back body. When you're ready, let's open up through the right fingertips. Maybe we find the binds behind the left knee, opening up the chest. If you want to play with your balance, maybe we shift our weight onto the right foot and we bring the left knee up with us. One point of focus to help your balance. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you bow yourself forward, kind of like a forward fold with the bind. Learning to laugh at yourself if you fall out of a pose in any time. It's not that serious, it's just asana. Let's release it back down if we had the bind. Opening up through the right fingertips, coming through center, exhaling, hands to opposite ankles, opening the back of the heart to the sky. Let's release it down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, exhale to release. Inhale, rides the breath all the way up, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, we are either going to bring in the right knee or right leg can shoot straight forward, keeping the foot flexed, glutes strong, core engaged. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And now we are going to play with shifting forward, finding Virabhadrasana, 3, Warrior 3. Hands can be at heart center or airplane wings if this is too hard. Let's take a bend in the left knee and slowly release the right toes down, coming into a power lunge. And finding a twist towards the left with the arms still reaching up overhead if possible. Inhale to open up to the left, finding a twist, using the strength of the core here, and maybe we find the reverse. Exhale to release the right hand down, reaching up through the left fingertips. Maybe left fingertips reach forward. Exhale to reach the left fingertips back. Shift onto the outer side of your feet, finding revolved Skandasana. And let's pivot around, finding Skandasana on the left. Coming onto toes if you need. You can also have your hands on the earth for extra support. You can have them to a T. Find what feels good in your body today and play with it. When you're ready, let's shift into Goddess for 1 second and come onto Skandasana for the right side. Inhale to lift, exhale Skandasana to the left. Inhale to lift, exhale Skandasana to the right. Let's shift towards the back of the mat, finding high crescent, facing the back of the room now. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, let's twist open to the right. Left fingertips reach forward. Maybe you find the reverse. Exhale to release the left hand down, reaching up through the right fingertips. Maybe they can even reach the new front of the room. Right fingers reach for the right toe, and let's bring it with us into a side plank. Option to keep the knee bent or straighten out the right leg. Other options, we are just playing here. And from here, maybe we release the right toes down, finding Wild Thing. Option to come onto the tops of the toes. And now if we found Wild Thing, let's play with finding that clasp of the right toe again and delivering the right foot towards the top of the mat. Let's kick off the left toes and come forward into standing split. Left toe sweep high. Keeping the clasp of the right toes, let's lower the left leg and reach for the left toes as well. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Elbows reach out. Any amount. Let's release the clasp of the left toes. Left hands come to hip. Micro bend in the left knee. And let's bring that right leg up with us with the clasp of the right toe using middle and index finger. Core is strong. Glutes engaged. This is not really a back bend. Inhale here, exhale to open up to the right. Maybe you gaze off the left shoulder. One point of focus to help your balance. Let's bow down and release the clasp of the foot and swing it all the way around, placing it to the outer left side of the mat. Let's release the right fingertips down, opening up through the left. If you want a deeper stretch, you can straighten out that left leg. Inhaling back to center, sweeping the right toes high, standing split. Let's lower the right foot down. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, rides the breath all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale to bring it straight down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to play. Option to crow pose, step, hop, float your way back. Inhaling through up dog, exhaling through downward facing. Let's step the left foot forward to a 45-degree angle, reaching up through the right toes and stepping them in between the hands. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Let's circle the arms down, interlacing them at the lower back, opening the chest even a little bit more. And on your next exhale, let's bow down, humbling our warrior, opening the shoulders. Inhale to lift. Release the clasp of the hands, arms reach up overhead, and let's open up to our warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, feet come parallel. Exhale to bow down, wide-legged forward fold. The wider you bring your feet, the easier it will be to reach the crown of the head to the earth in case you want to find a headstand. And the closer you bring them, the more of a stretch it is in the backs of the legs. So find what feels good for you today. Play with headstand if you would like. We are here for a couple cycles of breath. When you're ready, inhale to halfway lift. Let's bring arms to airplane using the strength of the core. Inhale to lift all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, back to the top of the mat. Inhale to reverse the warrior. Maybe right hand sweeps around and finds the left thigh coming behind the back. Exhale to cartwheel the hands down. Maybe you take a flow. Maybe you go straight into downward facing. Take a deep bend in the knees and step or hop your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, rides the breath all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Second time, second side. Either the left knee is going to come in or kick the left leg straight, keeping the foot flexed. Inhale to reach arms overhead. Exhale to sweep yourself forward. Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Let's take a bend in the right knee and slowly deliver the left toes down to the earth, coming into a power lunge. Exhale to twist to the right. And inhale to open, reaching the right fingertips past the back of the mat. Maybe you find a reverse. And exhale to cartwheel the left fingertips down, reach up through the right. Maybe right hand reaches past the front of the mat. Exhale to pivot on the outer sides of the feet. Right hand reaches back, revolved Skandasana. Ready? Let's shift into Skandasana on the right, pivoting over. Maybe you reach up through the left fingertips this time, opening the chest. Inhale to center. Exhale to swap it out, finding Skandasana to the left. Inhale to lift. Exhale to find Skandasana on the right. Inhale through center, exhale Skandasana on the left. Let's pivot over, framing the left foot, and arms reach up overhead, high crescent. Exhale, right hand reaches towards the new front of the mat, finding a twist. Maybe you find the reverse, all our options. And on your next exhale, let's cartwheel the right hand down, reaching up through the left fingertips. Maybe left fingertips reach up overhead. On your next exhale, let's cartwheel the left hand down, reaching for the left big toe and bringing it into a side plank. Option to straighten out the left leg. It can stay bent. From here, let's release the left toes down, pressing into the right hand, finding Wild Thing. And if you played with Wild Thing, let's play with coming back into our side plank with the clasp of the toe and delivering the left foot forward, kicking off the right toes, sweeping them high, standing splits. Let's release the right foot down next to the left, finding a clasp on both big toes now. Exhaling to fold forward. Inhale to lift and keep the clasp on the left toes. Bring the left leg up with you, pulling your shoulder into the socket. One point of focus to help your balance. And on your next exhale, let's open the hip to the left. Maybe you gaze over your right shoulder. And when you're ready, let's take a bow, releasing the clasp of the left toes and extending the arms long. Let's swing the left toes around to meet the outer right side of the mat, releasing the left fingertips down, opening up through the right. Option to straighten out the right leg. Let's release the right hand down and sweep the left toes high, coming into a standing split. Exhale to release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, rides the breath all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to step, hop, float your way to the back of the mat, coming through up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot comes to 45-degree angle. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Finding Virabhadrasana 1 and exhaling to circle the arms down, interlacing them at the lower back. Open the heart. Open the chest. Exhale to humble the warrior, keeping the clasp of the hands, opening the shoulders here. Inhale to lift, release the clasp, arms reach up overhead. Exhale to open up, finding Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Inhale, feet come parallel, arms reach up overhead. Exhale to bow down, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Taking whatever movements feel good in your body. Maybe you want to twist it out. Find what feels good for you and play with it. Your body is so smart, it always knows exactly what it needs. We just have to learn to listen sometimes. Inhale back to center, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2 to the front of the mat now. Inhale, let's reverse our warrior. Maybe you come onto the toes. Exhale to cartwheel the hands down, either taking a flow or coming straight into your downward facing Adho Mukha Svavasana. Taking a cycle of breath here. Let's take a deep bend into the knees and step or hop our way forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, rides the breath all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's shoot that right leg forward. Option to keep the knee bent. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, finding Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. We are going to take a similar flow, but switch it up a little bit. Let's release the right toes back, keeping arms extended overhead. Let's twist towards the left. And now open towards the left, reaching the left fingertips back. Maybe you find a reverse. Exhale to release the right hand down, reaching up through the left fingertips. Maybe they reach past the mat. Exhale, finding revolved Skandasana. Inhale here, and on your next exhale, let's pivot around, finding Skandasana on the left. Maybe we find a bind, opening up the shoulders here. On your inhale, let's press up, finding Goddess Pose. Just for a moment, maybe we lift the heels, maybe we lift one, then the other, coming onto our toes. Let's release the hands down to the thighs and lower the right shoulder. Inhale to center, exhale to lower the left shoulder. Inhale back to Goddess, exhale Skandasana on the right. Maybe we find the bind behind the right knee. From here, we're going to release the right hand down, open up into extended side angle. Maybe right fingertips can reach towards the back of the room. Maybe we find a bind behind the right leg, opening the chest. Maybe this is where you stay. If you want to play with Ekapada Kundanyasana, this is a perfect opportunity to do so, making sure that you don't lift up the left hip too much. When you're ready, let's release it back. Three-legged down dog, lift up through the right toes. And for a moment, let's just take a bend in the right knee, roll out the ankle, roll out the hips. Inhale back to center, right toes sweep high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale to lift the right toes high. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. This time, let's pivot open, finding fallen triangle. Maybe keeping that right foot lifted for a moment and then releasing it. Let's lower the hips down to a seat. Maybe you bring the feet a little bit wider. Making sure that your feet stay flexed, and if they do, then you can bow down. Any amount, all are options. Experiencing the feelings or emotions that come up in your body and breathing into them. Let's play with coming out of this the same way we came into it. Press into the right hand and lift yourself up through fallen triangle. Let's release the left hand down. And for a moment, let's just lower the elbows, little push up. And when you're ready, let's lower the right hip down, pulling the heart through. This is a nice opening to the outer right hip. And if it feels accessible or comfortable in the body, maybe we lower the head. When you're ready, we're going to bring it all the way around to our wild thing, reaching through the right fingertips, pressing firmly into the left, opening the heart. When you're ready, let's step the right foot through. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, high crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to lift, feet come parallel. Exhale, warrior two to the front of the mat. Inhale, let's reverse our triangle this time. Exhale to cartwheel the hands down. Step it back. Maybe you take a flow. Maybe you go straight into down dog. We are just going to take that flow again on the second side. Take a deep bend in the knees. Step or hop towards the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, rides the breath all the way up. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to bring either the left knee in or to shoot the left leg straight in front of you, keeping the foot flexed. Arms reach up overhead, core strong, glutes engaged. Let's scoop ourselves forward into a Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Taking a deep bend in the right knee to lower the left toes back, coming into a power lunge, twisting over to the right, and opening. Left fingertips reach towards the front of the room, right fingertips reach towards the back, or maybe you find the reverse. Inhale here, exhale to release the left hand down, reaching high through the right fingertips, maybe they reach towards the front of the room. Exhale, revolved Skandasana, right fingertips reach back. And on your next exhale, we're going to pivot over to Skandasana on the right. Inhale to Goddess. Maybe we play with coming onto the toes, lifting one heel, and then lifting the other, and then lowering it, and then lowering the other one. All are options. Let's release the hands down to the thighs. Exhale, lower the right shoulder. Inhale through center, exhale to lower the left. Inhale to center, exhale Skandasana to the left. Let's release the left hand down, finding extended side angle. Maybe left fingertips sweep to the back of the room and right fingertips sweep forward. Maybe you find the bind behind the left thigh, opening the chest here. And if you have the bind, maybe you play with shifting forward into Ekapada Kundanyasana 2, making sure the back hip is pretty level. You don't want to lift it too much. And if you're ready, let's sweep the left toes high, finding three-legged down dog. Maybe we open the hip for a moment, take a little circle. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale through center. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale through center. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Press into the left hand. Open up through the right fingertips. Maybe you keep the left foot lifted for a second. Finding fallen star. And lowering the hips down. Coming into a wide seat. Making sure that the toes stay pointed upward. Maybe you find a bow. This time, let's lower the right forearms to the side, opening up through the left fingertips, finding a nice side stretch to the left. It's not so important to reach through the toes. You can if it feels accessible. It's more important to open up the left side body, finding a deep stretch. Inhale to center, exhale to swap it out. Lower the left forearm down, reaching up through the right fingertips, experiencing what this is like in your body. Breathing into any emotions or sensations that arise. Inhale back to center, exhale to release the left hand down, pressing up into our fallen star. Let's keep the legs as they are, shift onto the right toes, release the right hand down, keeping the left leg towards the right, finding a little push up here. Inhale to lift, exhale to just lower the left hip down, staying on the right toes, pulling the heart through. And if it feels accessible, maybe we lower the forearms, releasing the head for a moment, stretching out the outer left hip. And if you're ready, let's press into the right hand and bring the left toes all the way around, finding Wild Thing. You could also stay in a three-legged down dog if that feels better in the body today. And when you're ready, let's deliver the left toes forward, coming into high crescent, facing the back of the room. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, finding warrior two. Inhale to center, feet come parallel. Exhale, warrior two to the top of the mat now. Inhale to reverse our triangle this time, and exhale to cartwheel the hands down. Maybe you take a flow. Maybe you go straight into down dog. Whatever you do, make it playful. From here, let's take a deep bend in the knees, step or hop towards the top of the mat, forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, exhale to release, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise the breath all the way up, arms reach up overhead, exhale to ride the breath back down. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, step, hop, crow pose, float your way back. Inhale, up dog, exhale, downward facing. Inhale to sweep right toes high. Maybe you take a bend in the knee just for a moment. Let's straighten it out. Exhale to wrap the right toes around the left thigh, coming into half lotus with the right foot. We are now facing the back of the room again. Maybe you bow down just for a moment, pressing into the forearms, opening the back of the heart to the sky. Let's basket our hands around the right calf and find a little rocking from side to side. Experiencing the feelings in the right hip socket. Here, let's interlace the hands underneath the foot and pull the right knee back and straighten the leg out, kind of as if it was a bow and arrow, just pulling it back and straightening it out. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you find Sundial Pose, right knee over the right shoulder, straightening out the right leg, gazing towards the left. From here, maybe we deliver the right calf over the right shoulder, placing the left ankle over the right and shifting our weight onto our hands, finding a side crow variation. Maybe we play with floating and balancing our way back into a three-legged down dog, sweeping the right toes high. And from here, let's play with keeping the right toes lifted, coming into Chaturanga through up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale to sweep the left toes high. Maybe we open the hip for a moment. And exhale to wrap the left toes around the right thigh, facing the front of the mat now. Coming into a half lotus with the left toes. Maybe we press into the forearms and bow down any amount. Opening the back of the heart to the sky. From here, let's release. Let's basket the hands around the left calf and rock it from side to side, opening the hip. And if you're ready, let's interlace the hands on the bottom of the foot and pull the knee back as if it was a bow and arrow and straighten it out. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you want to play with Sundial Pose, bringing the left knee over the left shoulder, extending it long, gazing towards the right. And if you want to play with the crow pose variation that I am offering, right ankle comes over the left and we shift our weight into our hands. Maybe playing with balancing our way back into a three-legged down dog, left toes sweep high. And from here, let's keep the left toes high and scoop ourselves forward into a one-legged Chaturanga through up dog, exhale, downward facing. From here, let's soften the knees down to the earth, coming into child's pose. Releasing the head. And if your knees are wide, let's zip them together. Let's hold on to the bottoms of the feet and shift our weight forward onto the crown of the head, opening the back of the heart, rabbit's pose. Connecting the crown of the head to the earth beneath you. And if you're ready, let's release. Tuck the toes and come to standing on the knees. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale to bow down to the right fingertips reach for the left wrist. Inhale to center, exhale to swap it out. Left fingertips reach for the right wrist. Let's bring the hands to the lower back and open the chest, rolling the shoulders on the back body, finding camel. Inhale. And on your next exhale, let's round the back body. Hands come to opposite shoulders. And we're going to take another round of camel, taking any variation that you like. Opening the chest, opening the heart, making sure that you're not dropping the head here. Exhale to round the back body. Hands come to opposite shoulders and releasing the head down to the earth. Let's cross over the ankles, finding a seat and coming into Barakunasana. Heels of the feet together, knees wide, and let's pulse them out, opening the hips. Lowering the head any amount. If you're ready, let's extend the legs long in front of us. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale to bow down. You can use a strap if it will make this more accessible in the body. When you're ready, let's release the hands behind us, fingertips facing the front of the room, and we are going to press up into a reverse plank, keeping the core strong, lifting the hips, keeping the head lifted as well. Opening the chest. And from here, let's release the hips down. Fold forward for a moment. Bring the feet in a little bit closer and press back up, this time into a reverse table, keeping the core strong. Exhale to lower the left knee, maybe rocking yourself forward and back, opening the front of the left hip. Option to come onto fingertips. Inhale to center, exhale to swap it out, lowering the right knee. Finding that little rock, forward and back. Let's lower the left knee now, opening the heart, finding camel again. Exhale to come forward into a child's pose. And let's cross over the ankles again, keeping the bend in the knees. And let's slowly roll down the spine, coming onto our backs. Use the strength of the core to lift the legs, keeping the feet flexed. Press into the fingertips and bring the toes all the way behind, finding plow pose. You can bring the hands to the lower back for extra support. Find what feels good in your body and play with it. If you want to play with Lotus, this is a good time to do so. Keeping core strong. Deep lengthening in the spine. And from wherever you are, let's bring the knees in towards the head. If you don't have Lotus, you can try to wrap the knees on the ears, giving yourself a tight squeeze. And if you're ready, let's roll back down the spine, finding fish pose, coming onto the top of the head, opening the chest, opening the heart. Feet can be in butterfly pose. Opening the hips, opening the heart. And from here, let's release the head, release Lotus if you have it, finding Supta Barakunasana, knees wide, heels together, opening the hips, and bringing the knees together, using the strength of the core to roll up into boat pose, Navasana. Option to straighten out the legs, and we are just going to lower the back onto the earth, hollowing out the shape and lifting back into Navasana and lowering, lift, lower, lift. And from here, let's cross over the ankles, taking our final flow. Maybe you find crow, maybe you find handstand, maybe you step back, hop back, float back. Whatever you do, make it playful, make it yours. This is your practice and nobody else's. And from here, let's soften the knees back down to the earth, cross over the ankles, finding Barakunasana, and bringing the knees together, taking one final roll down the spine slowly. Keeping the knees bent, let's play with straightening out just the right leg. Hands interlace either behind the right thigh, the right calf, or the right foot. And let's pull the shoulders down as if they could connect to the earth beneath you. And when you're ready, let's deliver the right ankle over the left thigh and press into the right knee to open up the right hip. Hands come either to cactus or to T, and let's release the right foot towards the left side of the mat, finding an opening in the right hip. From here, I invite you to take any supine twist that you would like. Maybe left fingertips reach the outer right side of the foot, right fingertips reach for the left toes, opening the chest here and twisting yourself out. From wherever you are, let's come back into our figure 4 and bring the left knee in, opening up the right hip. Hands interlace behind the left knee or the left thigh. And we're going to swap it out. Bend the right knee, hands interlace somewhere behind either the left thigh, the left calf, or the left foot, bringing the shoulders close to the earth. From wherever you are, let's deliver the left ankle over the right thigh. Press into the left knee to open up the hip. Hands can come either to a T or to cactus, and let's deliver the left foot to the outer right side of the mat, opening the left hip here. Option to pulse it out. Taking our final supine twist, any variation that you like. Maybe right fingertips reach the outer left foot, left fingertips reach for the right toes, opening the heart, twisting yourself out here, all our options. From wherever you are, let's come back into a reclined figure 4. Hug the right knee into the chest, hands interlace either behind the shin or behind the thigh. And let's bring both knees in, finding happy baby. Taking a gentle rock from side to side, massaging the lower back here. Giving yourself a little bit of a self-soothing massage. Maybe you straighten out the legs. All are options. Find what feels good in your body. Listen to the inner teacher and play with it. From here, let's bend the knees and bring them into the chest, using the strength of the core to lift the shoulders. Hands interlace around the knees. Give yourself a really tight squeeze and just think about everything that you love, everyone that you love. Send yourself love. Exhale to lower the shoulders, bringing the knees with you. Find a little compression of the hips before we land in Savasana. And when you're ready, let's release the legs, let's release the hands, finding Shavasana. Giving yourself anything you need to arrive comfortably in this final moment of integration for everything that we have brought in and released through our practice. Let's release the toes all the way up the calf to the knees. Releasing the thighs all the way up the hip. Releasing the pelvis. Letting go of the back. Letting go of the shoulders. Letting them get heavy. Releasing the arms. Releasing the fingertips. Releasing the head. Feeling the eyes get heavy. Softening the eyebrows. Maybe we unstick the tongue from the roof of the mouth and just relax. Let go. Feel yourself get heavy upon this ever supportive, loving earth, this cosmic pillow that arises from beneath you but also within you. Letting go. Allowing yourself to ground down through the body and allowing yourself to feel supported here so that we may feel supported when we step off the mat and the practice of yoga truly begins. I invite you to stay in Savasana for as long as you like, but if you're ready, maybe we begin to bring awareness into the body by wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers, and slowly, maybe we find our way to our favorite side, trying to keep the eyelids closed so that we really integrate everything that we have brought in and released throughout this practice, this transformative, shape-shifting practice. I invite you to cradle yourself on your favorite side and just feel yourself ground down through the side body to the earth, feeling so supported because you always are, especially when you don't feel like it. Slowly, keeping the eyes closed, let's come into a seat in any way that feels comfortable in the body, giving yourself anything that you need. We're going to take one final breath together, inhaling to really expand the lungs, holding for 1 and releasing through the mouth. So if you're ready, let's inhale, expand the lungs, hold for 1, exhale out of the mouth. Thank you, universe, for helping us have clear and loving thoughts. Thank you for helping us have clear and loving intentions. And thank you for helping us speak our truth with love. Aho, namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, for playing, for showing up for yourselves first and foremost. As we raise our vibration, we collectively expand and raise the energy in the whole universe. Everything we do ripples out. So taking the time for yourself and filling your own cup first is of most importance to raising the collective vibration as within, so without. Thank you so much for all that you are and all that you do from the center of my heart with so much love. Aho. And enjoy the rest of your day, evening, week. Thank you, thank you, thank you.